All right. Hi, team. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight. A 9:30 call. Tonight we have a very special guest. Maria Deja Ramos has been a Beachbody coach since May of this year. She is a Emerald coach. Maria is also a success starter, which means that she has the first 3 months of her business. Oh, Matias is in the background too, wanting to say something. She has hit Success Club every single month since she started with Beachbody in May. Maria, I invited her tonight to speak to us because she's been marketing in the dental industry for 14 years. And she is also a blogger. And she's going to share with us how she uses social media to brand herself, how she uses social media to tell her story. Maria is currently a stay-at-home mom now, a full-time body coach, and she is the mother of 2 beautiful boys. Right there. So, Maria, tell us a little bit first about how you got into Beachbody, and then jump right into the topic.
Okay, wonderful. So I met Audrey on Instagram in January of this year. And we just had a lot in common. And I became a challenger for her in February. I lost 11 pounds my first month with the 21-day fix. And I, for the first time, felt amazing. I was doing Weight Watchers prior. But I wasn't feeling as energized as I was with Beachbody. So I stayed on as a challenger with Shakeology, and my life got turned upside down. My husband and I had been separated since October, and in February we made our separation official. So in the transition, I fell in love with Beachbody's culture, and the coaching opportunity was presented to me. Only so I could have a discount on my Shakeology. And I just kept following Audrey, and in May I decided to start working the business. And it's the best decision I've ever made. So after that, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, that's amazing, girl.
Thank you. So during that time, I was doing part-time consulting for the dentist I used to work full-time for. And I had a stint on YouTube to go with my blog, which was a mommy lifestyle blog where I wrote and represented brands, hair extension brands, children's clothing lines, and a few makeup lines. For women entrepreneurs, actually. So with that, I learned a lot about branding, which has helped me in my Beachbody business. And Audrey likes to use my social media as an example for our team all the time because she likes how I story tell. And I was going to share my Instagram with you guys and give you an idea as to how it is that I do it and what I actually do, because I actually have a system in place. And that system is very important for storytelling. And I also set up part-time to create my content. I create content every Saturday and have it scheduled out. So I'm not spending time stressing over what to post, and instead I'm using that time wisely to grow my business and take care of my kids.
Oh, I love it. I can't wait to hear it.
Okay, so I'm going to show you.
Yeah, yes.
Share my screen here.
Okay.
Let's see. How do I share my screen here? Can I share my screen, Fabi?
You see at the bottom there's like an icon that has like a little box and an arrow.
Got it. Gina, can you get your brother, please? What's up, dog? All right. Could you guys see my Instagram? Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to start I post 3 times a day, and this is my top posts. And they always tell you that the top 6 is what they pull up on your Instagram. So I have a system I always do, on my like page, I share every month a cause I'm passionate about, and sorry, could you please stop? And I share on my like page of how health and fitness plays a role into that cause. So last month was self-improvement month. This month I'm sharing breast cancer awareness. So I write, I share, something about a cause or awareness. I share a quote that I write about that, resonates with me to inspire women. I share my fitness journey. I share motherhood. I share videos. I share my hobbies. And I break it up. I also share on Tuesday, every Tuesday, which I'll get to my schedule, I share a little bit about Tuesday, because every Tuesday is our team call. So I share about how much I love being a Beachbody coach. I share dishes, and I will show you guys how I create that content and why this is so important. My children, I write about motherhood. So if you see, I have kind of a system in place there. Coaching, call to action. I have to show that I have a life outside of Beachbody. Very important. And food. So if you noticed here in any of my food pictures, it's where I'm going to get to my content. Any of my food pictures, you're going to see any of my home business pictures. You see here in my son, I always have, when creating content, I have props. And they teach us this when you become bloggers. Because you don't only want to be talking about Beachbody. So in this picture, I'm just simply talking about how Noah has an Oreo in his mouth, and how cute he is, without even talking about the 21-day fix, without talking about, that's my calendar right there. Off the bat, they can see this. On this picture, I'm sharing that this is my home office. This is where I get to work.
Does he have the 21-day? He does have the containers, right?
Yeah, his food. I really, really use it creatively, creative content. So that's, his yogurt, his fruits, and his Cheerios.
Love it.
And, the 21-day fix. So here, the same thing. In the back, I was actually checking my back office to see if I had any updates. And I'm sharing that, I moved into an apartment. And, I'm sharing, and then I don't know if I can click on this and show you, and I share what I'm eating, give them nutrition tips, let's see. Here's another Tuesday. I share every Tuesday. So I have a theme and a pattern. I'm sharing that my oldest son is watching me, and I'm on a video conference call with my team, and how I manage to run a business with my children. So I feature them in. I also share Shakeology. I look at the Instagram. How many of you are on Instagram? Raise your hands. Are all your coaches? Are you familiar with Instagram? Comfortable with Instagram?
I know I'm not too comfortable with Instagram still, and I've been a coach for 18 months. So.
Instagram now has a really cool feature that allows you it shows you, and I'm going to grab my phone actually and tell you and walk you guys through it if your phone's near you, if you're not on your phone. That allows you, it gives you tips. It tells you if you go to your home screen, if you go to your home screen on your phone, I don't know if you can see, because there's a reflection, and you go to the home screen on Instagram and the search, it tells you every day what are trendy tags. So, for example, National Coffee Day, National Sibling Day, Latinos, what sports are trendy. I take some of that and I hashtag it, and so it was National Coffee Day. I use that as an opportunity to creatively introduce Shakeology and give them a tip. And that's just using social media, Instagram. So I share my workout pictures. So I share a story. So there again, I have my hobby, my toddler. There again, I have a prop. I have the 21-day fix, and I'm sharing nutrition. Once again, 21-day fix, and I'm not talking too much about Beachbody and getting people to join me. I'm just sharing, this is what I'm doing today. This is my challenge group, and then I share my clean eating tacos. And in the back, I subtly have a prop and a PD. So that when creating content, there's two very important things that you have to remember. You're sharing your story of who you are individually, and you're sharing what you love the most. And your photographs always reflect what you love the most. And with social media being used more than ever for all independently owned businesses, the one thing—
Wait, can I interrupt you? I'm sorry.
Of course.
I'm taking notes, so I need to make sure. So you're saying when creating your content to share for the week ahead, right? Two things to have in mind. Share that you're going to share your story, and the second part I missed.
You want to share your story and the things you love the most.
Okay.
Because that is what you photograph. Photographers say your pictures will show. You want to know what a person loves the most? Look at their pictures.
Okay.
So if you're not a mother, find your hobby and share that. Whether it's fashion, whether it's makeup, whether it's books, whether it's hiking, whether it's music, find a way to incorporate that in there so it's not just flooded with Beachbody. So how I create my content. On Saturday, I plan out literally. Monday, I'm going to post a motivational quote or inspiring quote because it links to what my bio says. So I like to inspire and empower. So Monday, motivational, and then I share me working out to get the week started. Tuesdays, I always share food, a plate of food, and I feature one of my children, and I share something funny, a joke, or a music video on my social media. Wednesdays, same thing. I pick 3 things. Tuesday, I feature the business. Wednesday, same thing. Two personal, one that involves health and fitness, so on and so forth. So I would encourage you to, on one day of the weekend that you have at least 30 minutes, plan out what you want to talk about and share for the week, and write it out so you're not scrambling every day what to post. And the other thing that's important, if you don't have time to take pictures, create a folder on your phone with pictures and set them up. So sometimes I don't have because we're a combined family. So I have a picture of my kids ready, and I use an app, which I'm going to share with you guys what apps, and I create the content already. So on that Monday or Tuesday, I just upload it versus already creating it. So do you guys get what I mean? Create the content if you have to on the weekend. Have a picture of something you want, create the wording on it, and have it prepared in a folder. So you're using your time properly and effectively. With content, there's a three item rule. Photographers, my best friend's a photographer, and so she taught me a lot about the blogging business. I use 3 objects. I use a hand, you see an album there, and a plate. Always use 3 objects. It's catchy, and they use that actually also in decorating. So the 3 objects. So it's not so just focus on one thing. And always take the picture of, if you're going to be using content like a plate of food, this way. I always tell the girls, take the picture this way. Sorry, Noah. Versus this way, because you get better lighting. That leads into the next part. Lighting is very important in the pictures. Gina, can you get your brother outside, please? Thank you. Lighting in your pictures is everything. because you don't want your pictures to look like they're professionally done. You want to be as genuine as possible, if actually 100% genuine. So play with your phone. I always up the brightness and remove the shadows. Do you guys know how to do that with your phone?
I have a question. Your pictures look very professional.
All iPhone.
Really?
All iPhone.
Like the foods. It's like white at the bottom. Where do you put it? How do you?
So it's my dinner table is white. What? So for example, I recommend investing in this. Invest in something. For example, if you want to feature food, invest in a nice placemat for your table and use that every time. And let's say a colorful plate or a plate you want. So it's kind of like decorating a bit, but it's worth the investment because it makes your pictures look like they're professional and they're catchy. What you want is catchy. Here you go, baby. So I strongly recommend investing in some props that are, you go to, a Target. You guys have a Target nearby and get them. And so, it's my white table, and I use all 21-day fixed food meals, and I share the recipe. The lighting, have you guys played with the lighting on your phones before?
No, I haven't. But I know that they're in our phones. We have those features.
How many of you have an iPhone? If you guys ever want to just hop on a call with me or play around with the phone, I can show you. But basically, I'm going to tell you right now. Let me grab a picture. For example, today I don't know, I wish I could show you. You see how dark, can you see how dark the picture is? No, I have to find a different way to show you guys. The picture came out dark, so I hit edit and up your highlights.
Wait, what did you do? I'm sorry, you did edit.
Edit.
Yep.
Edit the image and add highlights. So basically go and pull the highlights, play with it left or right till you see it brighten up, and then go to shadows and remove the shadows lightly, just a little bit. So if you grab a picture on your phone and play with it, and then
wait, I'm sorry because I'm new to this. Playing around with this.
Yeah.
There's like different icons on the bottom. One obviously is for cropping. And the one that has these circles, what's that?
Those are for different filters.
So that's a filter. Okay, and then the lighting, right?
Yeah, so basically the one I'm going to have you go to is, let me go back. So hit edit.
Yep.
And then there's going to be on the far right a circle with 3 dots.
Yes, okay. And then
hit that. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Sorry. No, the one with the one next to the 3 circles. That looks like it's like a clock, actually.
Yes. Okay.
And then go to light. And from light above the light on the far right, there's 3 lines.
So the one that says light.
Hit light. And then you see how there's 3 lines on the far right-hand side.
I see light. If I press light, I see exposure, highlight, shadows, brightness, contrast.
Perfect. That's where you want to play with. So with exposure, move it over, drag it over to your left, always just a little bit. Just a little bit. Highlights, you definitely want to up it up to your left as much as possible.
Got it.
Shadows, do it like 3 a little bit. It takes out the shadows and it makes the picture brighter.
Always to the left? You said?
Always to the left, just a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
And brightness is your gem right there for content. You want it to really stand out. So
number.
let me go to saturation now. So saturation is another for food. You want if you want like the bell peppers and the tomatoes, the colors to stand out. Same thing, go to the left and it brings out the colors.
Oh, wow. Great. I've never played around like that with a picture.
Yeah, so it's fun because you're now really creating content and it's catchy. You know, it's kind of like when you go to shop for a home, what's the first thing you notice? The decoration.
Mm-hmm.
So they teach us that in blogging and creating content. You want it to, you want to draw the attention. What? And right away they show you they'll scroll through a picture quickly. You have to have something catchy for them to stop and read what you wrote and what you're doing. And when you're consistent about it, they know what to come and look at your page. They're like, oh, Tuesday she's going to post a Latino clean eating food. You know, they're going to look for that recipe and plate of food.
That's awesome. So I have a question. So you pick every day you have a theme, right? Monday you said it's motivation.
No.
Tuesday you said it was
The team calls and the coaching.
But you only post 3 times a day.
Three times a day: morning, afternoon, and late night.
And what are your best times? What works for you?
The best times for me right now are like 7 and 9 a.m. Because I think it's because people are driving to work or commuting to work.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch. Then I do between 12 and 1.
Okay.
People are on their lunch break.
Yeah.
And then between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m., everybody's home scrolling on their phone. So let there be a gap because it's not your spamming. And I know they tell us 3 to 4 times, but I stick to 3. And if I do a 4th, I make it something hysterical, like a video, a YouTube, something that people are going to be like, okay, she's not just trying to sell us beach body.
Right.
So when sharing your story, you know, highlight the things you love the most. How many of you are mommies? Are all of you moms?
No, not everyone.
Okay. If you're a mommy, you make sure your kids are on your social media. If for the non-mommies, show your hobbies. Show who you are, because that is the one thing that makes you stand apart from all these other women and coaches on the internet. It's who you are. So they want to see that.
So let me ask you a question. I'm sorry, but this topic to me is like too difficult. I'm not like too much with it, so I'm gonna have a lot of questions. But
Ask away, Gabby.
I know that the girls will have questions as well. But so do you always post about, like, every day? Do you put a picture of your son?
No, I don't. And that's why I break it up. So, and the reason I break it up is because so I write it out depending. I don't always have both of them with their dad. So I will write. I will send you. I will write out my schedule and share it with you guys.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
I'll send it to you, Gabby.
Okay.
And it gives you an idea of how to post it. And I do tweak it, but I also, you know, I work the selfie. You know, people. We live in times where people really want to look at you. So don't always be in your workout clothes when you take a selfie too. So in there, it's like a picture of myself, sometimes kids, you know, and food. But I keep it to that, you know, kids, food, nutrition, fitness in my workout clothes, motivation, and then something I'm doing as a hobby. So it's always a consistent thing that I share of who I am.
Awesome. Now, did you take a photography class or no?
I did it. I so happened to be best friends with a photographer, and she won't shoot pictures for me because I'm not cooperative. She has taught me though how to enhance my pictures without them being too filtered. Because you want to be yourself. You really do.
What is the name of your name on Instagram? I don't even know if I'm following you.
Maria underscore A Bello.
Maria Bello. Right? Maria _A Bello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me share my screen again with you guys. And how are you guys doing with your bios? Your bio is very important. That's another thing I've learned, because your pictures and your bio have to actually, this is very important when it comes to branding yourself. Your brand is everything. Your bio has to be consistent, and your bio has to be in tune with what you're sharing. So mine says, I'm a mother, I'm a believer, and I'm an inspirer. And then I put, I'm a wellness coach and mentor. So my pictures show that I'm a mother, and I believe a believer. Every Sunday I post a biblical. I always put, a biblical. So your content has to also show it to represent your bio.
Awesome.
So take a look at your bio and think about who are you, what do you represent, what do you want to represent, because that is what people are going to perceive. The importance of your brand is your promise to your customers. It's what they're going to come to you for.
Can you scroll down a little? I have a question about the way you see how do you make it look where it's so clean?
Like which one?
All of your pictures, there's like a gap in between, yes?
It's because they're all square cropped. They're all square cropped.
And then
except for this one. You see how this one, it has the white gaps in between? It's because I used an app to make it fit to Instagram. But what I did is, for my Facebook, I didn't upload it from Instagram to Facebook. A call to action should be not from Instagram to Facebook. Post it on Instagram and separately post it onto Facebook so you have the bigger picture.
So, so if you do square crop, it creates that space in between, that white space?
This one or on all of them?
Some of them, I just feel like all your pictures, there's like a space in between. I don't think mine has that.
No, yours is too.
Really?
Let me look for you.
Oh, mine is crazy, girl.
Hold on.
Right there, Gabby. Right there.
That's what it is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess that's the view from Facebook.
Yeah, because I'm on my computer.
Yeah, I mean on the computer. Got it.
But yours is, I've looked at yours before, like, this is awesome. And you sharing your mommy moments with your kids, that's what I'm you're sharing who you are.
Oh, it doesn't look that bad from here.
Oh, yeah.
The cropping thing that you said, Gabby, that Instagram is allowing you to do that now. Like you don't have to crop a picture or square crop it, like you said.
Right.
You could post the whole picture now.
But the problem with that is, have you noticed that is it gray background or a white background?
There's no background.
Okay, perfect.
Well, but there is sometimes, like you said, Maria, that it doesn't fit it, so then you still have to crop it in another app and bring it in because it doesn't fit the whole thing. And sometimes I want, my whole body to show. And sometimes, even though it has that property or whatever, it doesn't allow you to do it all the time.
No, and that's, so I'm going to tell you guys, you guys all have some notepad and a pen to take down the names of the apps that are my personal favorite, which I'm sure you guys all already use.
Shoot.
Word Swag.
Yes.
That leads me to the next thing. If you're writing quotes, I so recommend keeping it like, have you ever guys looked at Audrey's?
Mm-hmm.
She has her pink. She has her brand.
Mm-hmm.
All my quotes are white background and black. Pick a theme for yourself and make it that every time. If you're going to be using quotes, Saturday is the perfect time to write them all out on that word slide, so you're not doing it during the day, during the week.
Mm-hmm.
It's time consuming. White gram. How many of you guys are familiar with white gram?
I've never heard it. White as in the color?
White gram. It crops a picture to Instagram, and it has some very pretty filters, and it allows you to edit the photo as well. Very pretty.
Awesome.
A Beautiful Mess is another favorite. I'll show you why. I love A Beautiful Mess. It's $1. It's not free, but it's worth the $1. I like A Beautiful Mess because it lets me do like this one. This one was photo grid, but I like A Beautiful Mess. Oh, it's off of here. It lets you do heart shapes and hold on, let me look for it. Oh, it must be all the way down. But you see how all my quotes are all black and white? Mm-hmm. I have a theme. That's called branding. That's your brand. So pick one for yourself.
Yeah, and that's difficult, girls, because I've been doing this for 18 months, and I've tried a couple of colors, and first it was very colorful, and I was just like, I don't know if I want that. And then I finally was like, I love red. Why haven't I used red in my... So I just started using red because that's my favorite color, and it didn't really click to use it recently, and I just started to incorporate more red into my pictures.
There you go. Thank you, Papito Lindo. Oh, it's not this stuff. Okay, and so you find what you like. So they say in branding, pick something that is part like your style. Like, how do you dress? What is your style, right? How you dress, your hair or makeup, and try to incorporate that into your branding. So I picked black and white and gray because my house is black and white and gray, and I always make sure I have my red lipstick when I can. I have a change, and keep it consistent to that. It's your brand.
Now, one thing you mentioned about, I don't know if you finished sharing all your apps, but that one thing you mentioned about the having 3 things in the picture, like, is that every time, or is that when you're doing something?
That's just it's just a rule they teach us. Well, my friend who's a photographer, it's a rule of thumb. If you have 2 things in a picture, it looks uneven, so they always say 3. Like this one, I have a little bit more. It showed, but this day I was creating meal plans for my challengers. So I laid it out. There's more than 3, but if you do just 2, sometimes it's just not it's not as catchy.
But that's only when you're, for example, when you're showing a meal, you're propping something.
For food, only when it's food and I'm showing a little bit of the business, like when I'm showing food. It's always when I'm showing food, which I think is very important that we do.
Right.
Because it gives people like the idea right away that nutrition is very important to our challenge packs. It's 80%, right? We teach people how to eat. Everyone's looking for that crash diet, but if we're showing our food, they're going to see, oh, she could eat. Oh, she could have wine? What?
Really?
Yeah, it's catchy.
And chocolate.
And chocolate, yeah, for real. Chocolate and coffee. Yeah. So the 3. That's just for propping. So here, I have my thank you cards. Like agua, and show that you're human. I go out. I have a beer with my girl. I'm not gonna be like I'm just a health freak, because no, I'm not. Not all the time.
Yeah, I love my wine, so.
Oh, you do? Awesome. Do you save your 3 yellow containers?
I know when I'm like, let me make sure that I don't OG in my carbs because I don't have a glass or two of my wine. So
Yeah, it's so important to when you're on social media, because if you ever follow any of the makeup gurus or stylish bloggers, take the time to stalk the internet, girls, and take a look at what's out there, and you'll see these. I mean, they have very catchy content, and that's what you want.
this is so awesome. Do any of the ladies? I'm sorry. Did you share your app?
No. So word swag, I love word swag, and stick to when you're creating your quotes. I strongly encourage you to, create 5 on a Saturday and think about what you want to share and make sure it goes with your bio and pick the same thing. Okay, so word swag for that. It's the easiest, most simplest thing because it goes straight to Instagram. And then Facetune. Facetune. If you have, let's say, blemishes on your face.
What is it called?
Facetune. F-A. Oh, can you hear me? I think it's breaking up. My internet's breaking up.
Facetune, right?
Yeah. What I like about Facetune is if you have a blemish, you can lightly clean it up. If you want your teeth a little bit wider, it's a very gentle photo editing application used by photographers, and it's free.
Hey, everybody.
So yeah, so Facetune. Sorry guys, it's dinner time here. Word swag, Facetune, and Whitegram in a beautiful mess.
I'll give you the iPad if you finish.
I know a lot of the girls use Photofy. It's a fantastic app. I'm not familiar with it, but I know a lot of the coaches use Photofy.
No.
Maria, do you use any apps for videos like?
Yes. So let me show you a fun one. I did it this morning with my toddler. Can you see it? I have hearts.
Oh, that's cute.
And I sped up, because you can only do 30 seconds. And that is called Video Hands. And I just took a course actually for my family's business. I do their social media marketing. My family has a travel agency. Videos are so important. People are loving videos right now. And I kind of shy away from them. Audrey has to kind of push me to do them. The app is called Video Hant, HANCE. It is so fun because again, look at, I use hearts. You could pick music from your music playlist, and you could speed it up a little bit, and it allows you to upload it straight to Instagram. So it crops it for Instagram. A lot of coaches use the pick play post. They do the 3 different pick posts. Are you guys familiar with that one? Pick play post. Let's see. And make sure I have that right.
Only.
Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's PIC and then play and then post. It allows you to put 3 different pictures and videos in a square, in a sequence. Something I do because I don't like doing videos too often is, which is what you do on. This is another fun one. Who has Photo Grid? Photo Grid is fun because if you want to, if you notice, I don't do more than 1 picture. I only do one. I rarely do multiple pictures in one. That's just how I like it. Doesn't mean that's how you have to do it. I'm consistent about it, right? It's important in your brand. Be consistent. So if you share a collage, keep it consistent. Always share a collage. One time a day. So hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. One of my actually did. Oh, sorry. Where is the little Noah? Hold on. Oh, sorry.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm over here.
Okay, so this one right here, it's photo grid, and it lets you shuffle your pictures. So I use 5 pictures of us doing yoga on the auto timer, and I created a video slide with yoga music. So that's a fun feature. That is
Photo grid? Is that what you said?
it's called photo grid.
I have that. How do you make that?
So it gives you. I wish I could share this without it. At the bottom, it says selfie, pin board, or video slide.
Oh.
Video slide is fun because it's not really a video. It's your pictures, and you make it into a slideshow.
And then you just posted it, and it looks like a video like that?
Yeah, and you could edit the music, the border, you know. It's a really fun way to share
That's so cool.
without it being a video.
Yeah, sometimes you want to share just more than one picture about a moment, you know?
Like if if it's a family outing, it's fun to share your outing on a slideshow of pictures,
I love it.
which I use that.
With,
I'm sorry, Anna?
no, I was telling Gabby that the video I made a video with the Nashville. We went to Summit. I made it with an app like that, and it's called PicFlow. PicFlow.
Flow.
PicFlow.
Yeah, I did one video like that, but I don't think I used, what did I do? I can't even remember what I used, to be honest. Oh, I did the flipogram. That's what I did.
Flipgram is awesome.
Like the transition from picture to picture, and it's cool.
Yeah, yours was really nice, and that music.
What happened?
I said yours was nice from Nashville with the music.
And the good thing about this one is that you can make a whole video and be like, or you can set it to automatically time it so that all the pictures are in there about 15 seconds.
Oh, right. And it doesn't mix it off, right? Cool.
Yeah, so make sure you share some of your personal life in there. I mean, not, personal, but like, an outing. It's fun to share a slideshow. You're an outing. Gino, can you not do that? So do you guys have any questions for me? Do you want me to look at your guys' social media? Sometimes the girls ask me to look at theirs and give them feedback. Inbox me. Evan, hold on.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah, hi. So I saw your number of followers. It's up of 2,000, right? Everyone and anyone that I have on my social media pages is strictly family, friends, or people that I've worked with. So for me, it's especially because I've stopped now putting pictures of my daughter there for security. I just don't, like, how do you get over it, or how do you work through it, or how do you do it without putting anyone at risk? And I'm very old school, so for me, social media, I think, loses the social touch to a point where you're talking to hundreds of people that you really don't ever know.
Yes.
Does that make sense? So I don't know if
I'm going to get personal with you if you're okay with that.
Makes sense.
It does more than you
go
know.
ahead.
My first month as a coach, my mom stopped talking to me. I cried because she was so upset that I was sharing, you know, so much on the internet. My aunts and uncles were like, why is she posting so much? You know, like we're getting annoyed of fitness, health, and why is she sharing her story? Why? You know, you speak Spanish? Eso no se hace, you know? And I had to really connect with my why and do some PD and tell myself, how bad do I want this business? And when I decided that if they saw I was consistent about it, that if you're consistent about it, you know, you're going to break free of that, and everybody around you and your family will support you. And if there's I had to sit my mom down and explain the business to her. Like, mommy, this is what I'm doing. I had to watch a video of a top coach to get her to. So once you have the support of your family, because that's what you're probably most worried about, right?
It's more my child's safety. You know what I mean? You never know
You're
where
right.
the wrong person is gonna look at, or for me, that's my biggest concern.
Don't put your
You
location.
know,
Don't put your it is a concern. It's a risk that we all pay for being on social media. Is the
Right.
bottom line truth? The risk is there. That's social media. Don't tag. Don't put your location. Do you put your location?
no.
So sometimes today I was the Lafayette Reservoir, which is a lake. My mom hates that I go there. I tag that I'm there 2 hours later.
Okay.
Like or if I'm at a fun restaurant I live in the close to San Francisco, I don't post when I'm there for privacy reasons.
Right.
There's ways around it.
Mhm.
Watermark your pictures of your kids. All my pictures are watermarked. They all say Maria Araceli on my kids' pictures too, so people can't take it without my watermark. That's not the way to protect your kids' pictures, si quieres, you know?
Right. And how would you do that? Like on one of the apps that you mentioned before, are you able
Word
to?
swag.
Word swag. Okay.
So pick a cursive or a font that you like on Word swag, and at the
Mhm.
bottom, you could do your Instagram name or just your name, and you could even fade it into the picture. That way you're showing that it's your picture. It's watermarked.
Right.
And, you know, I know it's scary, Gladys, but, you know, your children are part of who your story is. How long have you been a coach?
I just started, like not even a week. But for me, it's the whole social media. That's and you know, Gabriella knows that's always my hurdle.
I
Because
understand.
especially because you know I used to post a lot of pictures of my daughter, and then one of my cousins took me aside, and you know, he would never show his son's face. It was always a back. It was always a fitted out profile. And I asked, you know, why is it that you're not sharing? And I had a very long conversation on why, and it did bring some light. And then of course the news doesn't help with
No.
you know, X, Y, and Z happening to children. So I stopped. And I can count on one hand the times that she is posted on there. You know. Yes.
So, and that's a very strong point, and I'm sure Gabby could, you know, as your upline and mentor, to help you with some personal development that will help you with that. And believe me, if you ever want to chat about it, I went through the same thing. I was mortified of putting my kids, especially when I was going through separation, because people like all of a sudden I didn't have my kids all the time, so everybody was. You expose yourself to it.
Right.
And I'm telling you, personal development is going to be your money maker.
Yeah. Book 5.
It's going to help you. I know it's hard, but you can find a creative way around it. You know,
right. That's right. Like I like the ones where you put their snacks and the Beachbody, but books behind it as well. So it's sending a message without actually showing.
And you can
that you're trying to there.
You can start slow, Gladys. Like I like Maria did in terms of putting, you know, his feet, you know, but like her hands, you know, so that you're easing into it without, you know, like the compound effect. You're easing into it instead of just jumping into it, because that'll kind of like please you. But definitely, I love the tips that you gave about watermarking. I
Mhm.
watermarked any of Matias's pictures, and I think I'm going to start doing that. But yeah, it is part of who we are, and a lot of coaches. I think all the coaches do it, and it's a part of because people want to connect with people on YouTube, and your daughter is part of who you are. Um, but you're going to have to ease into it, and definitely a lot of TV is going to help with that. And definitely there are things that I still post that my mom and my dad will say, pero, and my sister too, pero, ¿y por qué están compartiendo tanto? They don't get it. They're like, and I'm like, nah. Like, and I tried to explain, no, pero eso no se dice.
Right.
You keep here, and we're like, me and my sister are like, we don't even know how else to explain it. And even though they get it, they see it, they kind of understand the business. It's something that, like you said, because they're old school, that mentality is gonna
Right.
take some time. But I think that if you ease into it, you'll feel more comfortable with it.
Right.
Better do something into it.
Right.
For sure.
No, thank you so much. Yeah, because that, for me, safety, it's number one.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I never tag, what is it?
Location.
No, the check-in place. A lot of people do that.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Do that.
No.
I don't know. I've never been into that anyway.
Right.
Do you know why I'm recently doing it? Because instances, and it is scary to definitely, Gladys, to definitely, validate. You're saying it's scary, but what happens when you tag your location? So I put Bay Area, California, because when you do trendy spots on Instagram, which is a new feature, I can now look for other moms in my area. It goes back to being a network marketer at the end of the day, But yeah.
I have something like that related to that. I mean, on your end, you guys are thinking, that maybe it's too much, or it might be like, or it's like you're kind of scared to post certain things. On my side, it's like I don't have any concern when it comes to posting.
I'll go in there. I'll bring my phone.
I don't post.
I'll come in there.
Is it too naive to not to overpost, or is that
We didn't hear what you were saying. Sorry. Can you repeat yourself?
not at all?
No.
Really? I'm on mute. Okay. What I'm saying is, on the other side of that you guys are, kind of reserved when it comes to posting. I have no issues with that. So is that a problem also? Like over posting or posting things like too much? I mean,
How many times a day are you posting?
it's not how many, it's the content. Like, how you're saying you don't post pictures of your kid, or, there are certain things that you don't post. I don't filter myself that way. Like, I just post whatever.
Have purpose. Make sure your posts have purpose behind them.
Well, they do, but like, I will also, if I go on vacation, I will post my vacations. Is it too much when you, like, I don't know if I'm explaining myself the right way.
I think I know where you're going with that. I remember before I joined Beachbody, I would never post that we were, like, I would say we're getting excited because we're going on vacation, but I would never say when. And then we would go, and I would never post any pictures while I was on vacation. And then I would come back, and then I would share my album. Like, we just came back from vacation. But now with Beachbody, especially when we're at events, it's important to share when we're there, because we're there sharing, we're there together, learning, meeting new people, bonding. And so that's important so that other people who want to join our team, they could understand, the type of environment that they would be coming into. So I just started doing that, and it was scary for me. And it was something that I had to get over because, we heard so many stories about when you go away and you say you're away in your house, no, like you're saying that you're not there, people can come and thieves, all that stuff. And
Yes. Yes.
So it's scary, right? But at the end of the day, thank God we live, in a building that's protected. And, we always go around and God is always with us. So, so that's how I kind of stopped worrying so much about it and just, did it. But I think that's where you're going from, right? Is that where you're coming from? Like you
That and also, maybe is there any ever a point where you're like over posting, even if it doesn't have to do with Beachbody? Because we all post certain things with the purpose of attracting people that we want to attract. Pardon the
And how long you been a coach?
3 months.
You meant, and do people, what feedback are you getting? That's something you want to take into consideration, actually, because you should be yourself. If that's what you've always done before Beachbody, keep at it, girl.
Okay. Because I don't have a problem with posting. Like I remember when I first became a coach, Gabby asked me like, "Do you have a problem with posting?" And I said, "Girl, have you looked at my Instagram?" I make cakes for a living, so I have to post. I was never afraid I've never been afraid of social media at all. On the other hand, I have a sister that she's, she doesn't even let me tag her on pictures,
Do you, my brother's like, I better not see myself anywhere on your social media. And I'm like, ugh. So I was like, hey, I have a brother, everybody.
Social media. To me, I believe that if something is going to come to you, it's going to come to you no matter what. And obviously, I believe God is on my side. He's always here on my shoulder. And if I do something that's going to cost me something, I believe that it's going to happen no matter what. It doesn't, whether it's social media or not. So for me, it's totally the opposite. Like I have no reservations as far as that goes. So my thing is, because I feel like that, maybe there's a chance that I might be over posting and maybe boring people.
Spamming them, you mean?
Yeah.
Can I look at your social media and give you feedback? Are you guys all okay with me giving you feedback?
Yeah. I don't have a problem.
I've done it for a couple other coaches just to look. So another that goes back to your branding. Who you are. Your brand is who you are. Who Anna is. If Anna always was, hey, what's up, guys? And I have something to share. Girl, that's who you are. That's your beauty. But people will. The problem with over posting more than 3 times a day or 4 is this: people will scroll right past you because they're tired of hearing from you.
Got it.
This was like the biggest problem, And if you're somebody who likes to write a lot, Melanie Mintro, do you guys know who Melanie Mintro is? All of you guys, the top coach at Beachbody. She has a blog, and one of the reasons she has a blog is to generate traffic to her Facebook. And if you're somebody who likes to write a lot, put it on a blog, and then tell people, hey, come look at my blog.
I don't usually write a lot on my pictures. I just post simple and keep going.
You're solid. I'm gonna look at you though, but you're good. Just remember, if you post too much, though, people will stop looking at you. You want them to keep looking.
I just want them to look at the picture and get interested and not read a book.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I scroll through Melanie's. Like I will start reading a couple of lines and sometimes I will scroll because she has so much to read. Most of the times I'm like, damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I typically don't write much either, but when I do, I'll say long post alert, but that doesn't happen that often. But because I'm that type of person that if I see a long post, I'll scroll right through it. Because, I'd rather listen to PD than read it. So why would I sit and read a long post?
Yeah.
So I struggle with that. So if I know that I'm gonna attract that type of people. The people who don't like to. Like,
No me importa.
Demasiado.
Ahora, ¿qué quiere decir?
Right. But you know what we could do, because we don't want to hold all the ladies up. We can maybe the ladies can, and we don't want to hold you up because it's dinner time at your house. What we can do is jot down the people who are interested in you, maybe reviewing their Instagram or social media, and maybe you can give them feedback. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. Just you guys could inbox me if you're interested, and if you have a personal question about your social media, inbox me, and I will happily, write back.
Thank you so much. This was so great. This was so amazing. You are so amazing.
Oh, thank you, Gabi.
And thank you so much for spending your dinner time with us.
It was my pleasure.
I know that you're on the West Coast, and I'm sorry that I feel like I hogged like the whole call, like asking all these questions because I feel like I'm still, even though I've been a coach for a year and a half, social media can be a little complicated. So thank you so much for breaking it down. You're so amazing.
Thank you. I'll message you guys. What do you call it? My schedule too.
Can you do me a favor? Do you remember what you posted on Luminous Nation? Do you mind posting it for the ladies in our event page that I created for the coach?
Oh yeah, we'll do it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then the girls will let me know who's interested in you going through their social media. I know I am.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you again. And thank you, ladies, for jumping on. And thank you, Maria, again. It was such an honor and pleasure to have you on our call.
Thank you, ladies. Good night.
Have a great night.
You too.